Hello, 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 and welcome to this Final Boss Fight live stream of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Tanny, by Dax, by Richard. Dax, Richard.
Hello.
Dax is real.
I am joined by Sean.
Are you though?
Am I, though?
Are you though?
I might be joined by Sean.
Possibly.
I think I'm joined by Sean.
Hello.
And Amy and the Stress Koala.
John, wake up. The accident was 6 years ago.
Oh no, it's like the episode of Futurama where it's just Fry keeps saying, "You gotta wake up, Leela."
Obsolete Goat says, hello, 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 using the not GIF, emote thing we have. Animated emote that Sean made. Hello.
Whoa, hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
And also, for anyone who wasn't watching on Friday, we've got the new logo in the top there. Look, ooh.
I can't see.
This is a reminder to Tanny. Tanny, look, we're using the thing you made.
Hang on.
I don't know how.
It's centered to the screen this time.
Good.
That does unfortunately mean it's not centered to my camera
Well, that's too damn bad, John.
because the overlay is apparently not centered, and I don't know how much that is triggering me.
Well, that's actually you problem, sir. Would you like me to fix it, John?
No.
Yeah, you may have to fix your camera, but don't mess with the Icebreakers title. I hope you like the Icebreakers title, people. It's snazzy.
Goat also says, I was going to say, that's very life on Mars of you. I'm going to go with Amy as that for that.
It's me.
Which Life on Mars, interesting. Like they did the American one and it was not as good. Shock.
What?
Yeah, you know how the twist worked in the English Life on Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, in American Life on Mars, it was he was a astronaut on a trip to Mars.
That's dumb.
Yeah. But that is not the story we're telling here tonight. That is the story we have told here tonight now. But what we are doing tonight is playing D&D and continuing the Rime of the Frostmaiden. Last time, you guys traveled from Jarlmut back to Bremen. You had some encounters around Bremen with Snicket and Dax both finding that they were potentially wanted people. Snicket doesn't believe that the poster is him. It looks too mean. Dax went to inquire about the wanted poster of himself, and it was advised that Snicket do not do the same. But others did go and inquire about Snicket being wanted, potentially. After restocking a little bit in Bremen, you travelled north towards the Sea of Moving Ice, where Verlaine Harpel revealed that you had secured transport in Angajuk, an awakened sperm whale with a magical boat. The magical boat allowed you to travel under the water. And so you did this, heading through the Sea of Moving Ice for 3 days, surfacing occasionally for Angajuk to take breathing breaks, but also seeing a lot of scenery under the water. The breathing breaks also allowed you to stretch your legs as you were in a cramped boat designed to hold 8 people. And potentially also toilet breaks because you were in a cramped boat designed to hold 8 people, and there are 7 of you. Eventually, after 3 days of travel in the boat, during which time not a lot happened except every night at midnight Snicket and AJ have passed the Horn of Blasting back and forth between themselves.
It's like basically their own child.
Yeah.
Sticker will have it on the weekend, and maybe Joy will have it on the weekdays,
Yeah, I would imagine a ceremony you get in military to like the hand over a flag or something, and it's all like weird salutes and.
I really hope it's not like just playing on the bugle, like.
Yeah.
You arrived at the Island of Solstice, a large frozen island greets you. A dock built for a much larger ship than you had ever seen. Sticks out into the ice, and Angajuk surfaces nearby close enough that you can climb onto the dock. And on arriving on the dock, you met with an ice mephit or a frost mephit called Sapo, who in broken common explains that you are the first visitors to the island for a while. The previous visitor, she says, suppose says, lies not far from here, but was taken before Sapo could talk to her very much. You have queried with Sapo if you could be taken to said body. And so Sapo is leading you there. I'm gonna bring us to a map. And this map doesn't have your tokens on it because it is of a scale that is quite a lot larger than your tokens.
Is that why in the PCs tab there's now party?
No, that has been there for a few weeks, but you've now been allowed to see it. This is so that you can see this map. The
tiny circle of it.
The very little space of it that you can see at any one time, because the snow and ice and mist in this space restricts visibility for all of you to about 200 feet in any direction. And just a quick reminder for anyone who might have missed it at the end of the last session or wants to be reminded of things at the start of sessions. While you are on the Island of Solstice, the save DC to resist the effects of extreme cold is 15, not 10. For anyone who lacks the resistance or immunity to the cold, that's all of you, whenever you spend hit dice to regain hit points, you only regain your con modifier. You don't actually get to roll dice. And yes, you can only see 200 feet in any direction.
Well, shit.
Sapo, the ice mephit, leads you up a set of stairs sized for giants. They are about 4 feet per step, and it is therefore difficult traveling up this set of stairs. Especially for people such as Snicket and Brim, who are shorter than the stairs' height.
Yeah.
Carrion undoes rope, wings about.
It's flat.
You see a brick path made of ice bricks leading.
Hopefully it was going to be yellow.
No, I don't trust yellow snow.
Yeah.
Some sort of weird Wizard of Oz reference in this game about eternal winter.
You see an ice brick path that leads towards the center of the island, and for the first portion of the trip, you follow it and follow sort of a path along the cliff edge, sticking fairly close to the cliff edge. And Sapo advises you to be careful and to follow closely the cliffs for the moment, because it's not too wise to get too close to the center of the island.
Why?
The center of the island, Sapo explains.
It's where the Frostmaiden lives.
Roll credits.
Only go there after dark.
Thank you for being afraid. I was just trying to think, what's the worst possible credit music you could have in that situation?
Why up to top?
Every night she leaves, restores the rhyme, the spell that keeps us in eternal winter. So this is the Frostmaiden, maiden, like not
The
just
titular
one.
one, yes.
Yes.
It's best not to anger her. Be here when she's here. So we will stay near the edge of the island until later.
So would us simply walking into the middle of the island be enough to anger her?
It is wise to not try. Walking in may be fine. Going inside her fortress, not good.
Oh, she's got a fortress now.
No, I'm not going to say it right now, just in case this Sapo is in league with her in some manner.
I think she'd make a good rave though.
Being a good blood now.
Rave. No party.
Yeah, party.
I don't know if she's. I mean, she might be really into them. She might. Does she? To suppose. Is she throwing parties all the time? Does she have a lot of parties?
No, she's very solitary. She has
That's.
a couple ice giants. I've seen
Ice giants. Oh.
They should have good parties.
We have a good party. Yeah, it's the.
Did they call them ice giants here, or did they just call them giants?
Ice baby.
So to let you guys know, each of these squares that the token is moving as I move it is 200 feet. So that's roughly how far you're traveling each time the token moves.
Okay.
If at any point you wish to explore a surrounding that I move as close to, feel free to let me know. And there are going to be a couple that I will point out to you as we move. At about this point, you're reaching... Yeah, I know, right? You reach sort of a segment where the cliff face curves outwards again. And you are on the central segment of the island. You realize that the island itself is pointed. The cliff, you've seen it a little bit as you approached the island from under the sea. The cliff has the cliff edge has many pointed juts that shoot out of the central space, such that if you were looking at this from above, say, the island might look like a snowflake.
Okay.
That's a bit extra.
And at about this point, you are starting to head off of the brick path that leads up towards an incline that raises into the center of the island.
We're off to see the Frostmaiden.
Barge in. I want a heart.
Ooh, what's this?
This looks interesting.
What is this?
Through the blowing snow, you see a grand assembly of ice sculptures.
Oh.
Ah,
Across a
Yikes.
snowy field at the foot of the mountain. Closer examination reveals the sculptures are completely faithful to their subjects. Bears, elk, saber-toothed tigers, wolves, yetis, ramorazes, white dragons, and other creatures of the north. No mortal's hand could create such wondrous works.
I want to have a really close look at one of them.
I'll just be like, is the white dragon sized?
They're all about the size of whatever creature they represent.
Yeah, I want to have a good examine of one of them.
Roll me an investigation check. Describe how you are examining it.
I would like to just get up really as close as I can, and then I want to just need to make sure of a thing I have. If you're sworn that I could have killed that. Because basically, I'd like to, because I thought that with Firebolt, you could technically hold the mote of fire in your hand. I could have sworn that was a thing at one point.
I think there's one that's generate fire that druids have.
Yeah, possibly that. Possibly that I'm thinking of. Oh, well, I want to light a torch then.
Okay.
I can create one fire with a cantrip.
and hold it close to, I don't know, the mammoth's leg to see if I can melt some of it.
Do you want to pick a less threatening animal?
I highly doubt any of them are alive. I do suspect that they once were.
Ba 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 da da. No,
Are you intending to... You're intending to melt a portion of the statue?
Yeah, just like a little area, just to see if I thin the ice a bit, Is there fur under there? Not a lot, just a little bit. Do you know how like ice if left for a while goes kind of really like cloudy, but if you melt it a little bit, it goes clear again. Kind of like that sort of deal. And I'm rolling investigation.
Yes.
40.
Okay. You hold the torch up to the leg. Oh, and Goat says that's produced flame you're possibly thinking of.
Probably, yeah. There's many little cantrips that
produce flame of some description. You hold it there for a few minutes. It takes a while. The wind is bitterly cold in this space, and
it's chilly.
Even the fire feels cooler than it normally would do. The ice starts to
possible.
The ice starts to thaw a little bit, and you can see through it, and it becomes a perfectly transparent ice quite quickly. There is nothing inside it.
Surprising. I was suspecting flush frozen animals. But yeah, after a minute or two, they are made of ice. Puts out torch. I was thinking they were maybe made out of animals, but they're not.
Could there be real animals that have been turned into ice?
They might have been.
What's our little guide called?
Suppose.
Suppose. What's the deal here with these? Do you just have someone like with one of those chainsaws who's really good at making these, or?
The Frostmaiden is talented with ice.
So are these actual statues?
Yes.
Oh, right.
She makes pretty ones.
You start climbing a ridge of the mountain that rises up into the center of the island, and as quickly as you reach the center of it, you are climbing down the other side.
Yeah.
How is everyone doing?
I feel cold.
This might be the first time Dak's like, yeah, it is actually a bit cold. Like he's never admitted to being cold before. I was like, yeah, it's actually a bit cold.
It's a bit chilly.
You pass another cluster of ice statues.
You know what? I just realised something. Wait, so as the group know, this island's called the Island of Solstice. You've got it from Seppo, right?
You got it from the giants that told.
Yeah.
Told us where the book was.
Told you had book.
Cool.
So Cherish is going to say, Island of Solstice doesn't look sunny to me, guys. It could have been sunnier, but no.
Why would it be sunny?
Island of Solstice. Solstice represents sun or something. It's represent.
Well, solstice is like a time of year. They can have like a winter solstice.
Yeah.
Cherish is realizing she's actually pretty dumb. And so am I. Hang on, what's her intelligence? Yeah, she's pretty fucking dumb.
It's to do with rotation of planets and whatnot.
At this point, a 10-foot wall of ice has broken in places, leaving gaps that you can see through.
What's the deal with this, Suppo?
You can see what appears to be a huge garden of ice statues.
I reiterate my question. What's with this?
Ice garden of death. Not good to remember. Death.
Garden of death.
Oh,
How
Not
big are the
good to
gaps?
stay.
Not good to stay.
Big enough that you could fit through in places.
Can I peck at the gap?
You could. There is a big enough space that you could just walk through if you wished.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a tiny, like, peephole thing. I wanted to peck through it.
What would happen if you did go in there to Poe?
This is where the dead stay.
Oh.
judging by how you describe it, there's probably a lot of places like that.
Well, joke's on you. I already died twice. Let's go!
So are those statues in there as well? Are they dead creatures?
Those are those that have been cleaned by her grass.
Right. Oh. So let's just try. Some are genuine statues made of ice. Some,
These are not.
yes, right. Are they labeled in any way?
Is there some sort of collating system?
Inside garden, they aren't.
Okay. And if we were to go in there, would we just die? Would we upset?
Bad place.
Frostmaiden?
Bad place.
Is there anything in there valuable, or are we dragging danger out by going in?
Might be valuables. She does not care for valuable.
It's all right, then. I wouldn't mind a waltz with the dead.
We could have a little peek, and there might be something we can use.
Well, AJ, do you want to not go into God, but just fly straight up?
That's
You'll have
true.
A view of what's in there.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll fly, I'd say, about 15, 20 feet above them, if I can.
Okay. The wind is strong in around the island, and it is difficult to get a good view in, even at altitude. But you can see from up here, just past the wall, there are just rings and rings of statues. But these ones, rather than the nice formed statues that you've seen in the other two ice gardens so far, these are figures of animals, at the very outer edge, animals, foxes and hares, and closer and closer in, you can see humanoid figures frozen either in horrifying death stances, or just trying to ball up and stay as warm as they can in their last moments. And they have been frozen in whatever death pose they held.
That's sad, man. Is that all I see, or is there anything else I can, catch?
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
You roll high enough, you might see the AA gun zeroing in on you.
14.
You realize you see the AA gun. It's
The anti-AJ gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You notice, just as you're about to give up on this and just write it off as a dead place, you see something moving inside.
Yeah.
Moving.
Oh,
Ooh, I will drop down, I'd say about 5 feet, to see if I can get a better look.
It moves lumbers. It's a large figure, but it's on the very edge of the range of your vision and moving away from you.
Moving away.
There is something in there.
You know what? Fuck. I was going to cast greater invisibility, and then I remembered, no, this isn't Malzray. This is AJ who wants to be seen. So they will
Cast greater visibility on you.
What's in throw?
Spotlight.
Yeah, I will swoop down and pursue.
Okay. You pursue.
Do any of us see AJ go down?
You all would watch AJ dive in to the space. Like it again. They've gone up, but they're not out of view. They are not easy to perceive from where you are, but you can see them.
Right. As soon as AJ kind of dips down, looking like he's landing, I am immediately like, should we go in? He might need us. Anyone?
Nah.
Go in.
Not that hard, honey.
All right. I'm going to swoop down, clock onto whoever this is, and even before I recognize what it is, and just go,
Not so fast.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see if I can find a map for this.
For this battle that now has been instigated.
trying to say,
Conversation map.
Yes, it's a conversation map. Don't worry about it.
let me pull out my imaginary cigarette.
Let me just pull out this Tarrasque miniature.
See, I'm fine because I've got the stress koala.
But none of us have a stress koala.
Exactly. Are you
Does
squish?
They can't squish. Or hurt him.
You see
Yeah.
a
They-
large figure,
A big stress koala.
blue-skinned, fur running along its back, down its chest, around its groin, along its arms that end in wicked, sharp, talon-like claws.
No, no.
Fur around its calves, and its feet, again, wicked, sharp, clawed feet.
Is it a yeti?
It is not a yeti.
Oh, what is it?
That makes it even more concerning.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It is not a yeti. I'm going to use this map. It has trees on the map. There aren't trees here. There are statues of dead things, but I don't have a map for that.
The trees are the dead things. It's fine.
Yeah, just picture that. You'll be fine. I'll move AJ to the like there. You guys are like way over there.
Save. Unless he can't be charmed.
And I'm gonna activate the map.
I activate pod creed.
I activated my
Something else.
No. Oh no.
Oh, he's got lovely eyes.
No, thank you. Hello there. Hi. Oh, I like the map.
It turns and it's holding what appears to be a frozen arm in one hand.
Oh, it turns around. It's holding an AA gun.
Which it crunches the ice on as it turns to look at you as you swoop down to it.
Brilliant.
Just get it.
It's like AJ's got that sort of face at the minute of like it's like
shit.
good. The plan worked because if you guys are chasing me, then that's fine. At the second time, I'm in danger.
You are in danger.
It's okay. AJ's got methods. AJ has methods to his madness.
Oh dear.
That's a lovely language.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
AJ knows what that said.
No.
I'm sure that the people who understand that language aren't within earshot to hear that.
No, not at the moment.
Oh dear.
Shame. I know what it says. I believe Dax also knows what it says.
Well, I didn't see a word. I'm assuming that's the word that it translates.
It said that.
Yeah. But we didn't hear
Yep.
it.
I've just got funky shapes.
Ah.
It turns and looks at you and crunches an arm.
Oh.
Oh dear. Well, I can't seem to understand what you're saying, but there is one language that is universal, and that, flourishes, is dance.
It's
Well then.
looking at you.
Does he look like he wants to eat me?
It does look like he wants to eat you.
That's lovely. Can he not be charmed then?
Oh, he can be.
It's a wisdom save. Nice. All right, so he has disadvantage on perceiving anyone else except me.
That doesn't help you at all.
Yeah, it can only see you at the moment.
Good.
Are the rest of the group running in at this point?
Yes.
If the others are going, then yes.
In which case, as they're running up, I'm gonna brace myself and cast Mirror Image.
Okay.
Are we able to freely move currently, or?
I will say at this point you have managed to get to there, and I'm going to make us roll initiative from here.
Nice.
Oh dear.
This is the fun thing about not knowing this module is that I don't know what this is, and I don't know how much of a threat it is. I'm just going off what Sean's saying.
I mean, yeah, I know what it is.
We faced a dragon. It'll be fine.
We faced a fake dragon.
It'll be fine.
Mainly, I feel it's probably easier in places, maybe?
Do we have a cherish at the moment?
Yeah.
Could the cherish roll me initiatives?
The cherish.
The cherish. The one, the only.
Oh, and that's also reminding me that
That's rather shite, Cherish.
That is rather shite, cherish. Even with advantage. That's what.
Yeah, AJ just swoops in, everyone runs after it. Brim's just like, I hate this fucking family. Oh. Velni Harpel. Velian.
Dax.
So we are essentially where we are on the map. It's where we.
You are essentially where you are on the map. The trees stand in for dead statues made of ice.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run up, and I believe I can see that now. Is the troll thing still talking?
It is at the moment, but it is looking at AJ like as one might look at a KFC bucket.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast a spell. I don't do that too much.
Okay.
Let's have a go. I would have cast. No, I'm not. That could go very badly, I think. Oh, so this, I'll just hit it. I'll shoot it.
Shoot her! Shoot her!
Actually, no. I know what I'll do. Because I don't want to start a fight if there need not be a fight. I think there is going to be a fight, but I don't want to be the person to. I'm going to use my spell create bonfire.
Okay.
And basically, I'm going to put it right in front of the troll, and I want to try and do it as like dramatically, theatrically as possible. As in, see the amazing magic that I possess.
Okay.
I can conjure fire from nothing.
Are you... so you're attempting to not do this as a damaging the troll?
No.
Just...
anyone else? It's just put it before it and go, haha.
Okay.
You don't like...
I'm going to give it a perception check. It has disadvantage on this.
Well,
It sees the fire. It sees the bird. It assumes the bird made the fire.
Oh.
It pooped that fire.
This is,
Not thinking of roasting the bird.
as Sean says, that thing is its thought, but not as smart as that.
Okay.
I feel it doesn't know the word convenient, but yeah.
Yeah, the rest of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else on your turn? Any bonus actions or...
No, I don't think so. Oh, actually, there is. Yeah, I'll hex it.
Okay.
And I am going to give it... Oh, shit, if I hex it, the bonfire will go down. The bonfire doesn't seem to be doing a great deal. We'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. Bonfire stays there, and then I'll just see what happens.
Okay. Moss.
Yeah. Oh, clicked then. Didn't
Moss.
click that.
Again.
Me again. So I am gonna head closer so that I can see 15, 20. Yeah. And I am gonna hold an action of a bow shot.
Okay.
And that's me.
Verlaine.
For the thermonuclear warhead.
Is going to run to here, because that's apparently as far as she can run. She's old. Get off her case.
But a badass looking lady nonetheless.
And that's her turn, because she can't see it yet. Brim.
Might not be able to move, but she'd still kick her ass in a fight.
Brim, however, I feel can probably get quite a lot closer. He's going to insert himself between Dax and it, and that's about as far as he can go as well. So, not a lot of ranged options for Brim. Carrion.
I am going to run. If I move there, would I be able to see it?
Yes.
I am going to... Is it painfully obvious that this thing is looking at AJ like he's going to eat him?
Yes.
Not, I wonder what this bird is going to do. Not, this bird looks rather weird. I'm going to eat this bird.
At the moment, unless something dramatically changes on AJ's turn, AJ is dinner for big troll thing.
That's all I needed to hear. Right then, how's the range on that? That's 150.
Hey.
I feel this thing needs to learn
Another fight?
to fear fire.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh, tiny little skull flies across. I want to imagine that the little skull, like I say, all of these spells have the same kind of hue, kind of like a bluey green, kind of almost aqua turquoise kind of look. and it's just a little skull that's just going.
I love that, and I love the idea that the skull, as part of the explosion, there's just a skull that clamps in on it. It doesn't make the saving throw.
Just not dexterous enough.
It rolled
going
a 16.
It rolled right, but no.
But big and lumbering say no.
So takes 28 fire damage.
Ow. That hurt.
Good.
Well, the ice statue have been destroyed as well.
Possibly.
Yeah, there would have been some statues that were caught up in that.
I'm assuming ice statues have a, vulnerability to.
But they're gone now. They are not a thing anymore.
There's now charred corpses there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's, I feel
Its fur is singed. Smoke is rising from it. It sort of looks... Ow.
Stay away from my bird friend.
AJ.
I see what's going on here. All right, we'll make it this performance. Welcome to the grand performance of the bird and the puppy. And dear puppy, if you would like to take a nibble at me, well, there's only one way to do that. Beg.
Oh, God's sake.
That was almost a one. I kind of just look back to Carrie he's not begging. He's not begging.
That's...
All right, I will fly up 30 feet and get the higher ground.
Okay.
Come back. Swiping up.
Yeah, it is his turn now. And he watches as the bird just... Oh.
Come back.
Right. Does he have any range? No.
He's like jumps trying to get it.
I mean, there's a lot of charred bodies and frozen things around him. He might be able to use a makeshift projectile.
I think he's going to get to here, and you see the campfire flickers as he moves past it. The magic of the spell is keeping the fire there, but his presence is cold, and both Brim and Dax feel the cold that was already intense on this island grows even more intense as this creature gets close to you.
It's nice.
And he is going to lay in a multi-attack to Brim.
Daxy Brim. Brimmy Dax.
That's my favorite ship name, Daxy Brim.
Oh my god.
That was nearly a natural one. I feel a 40 is probably not enough. Well, 9 is probably not enough.
No, neither of those were enough, but we do have a bite still.
Oh no.
It lunges down with its teeth.
Oh no, that might be enough.
That is enough.
Damn it.
It swipes twice with its claws, and Brim just nimbly dodges to either side. But it launches forth with its mighty teeth, and it bites into Brim, and Brim takes 15 points of damage.
Him attacking will have triggered my...
Held action.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm a shoot it. So that's... Because there's it within 5 feet, it's advantage?
You get your extra dice, but not advantage.
Not advantage, no. Cool.
But that'll hit.
It turns out I didn't need it. And that was the 2d6 situational bonus. Yes. I'll take it.
Yeah, that thing you have that we're all still being very coy about saying you have.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Don't know. Cherish,
Hi.
it's your go.
Just look at the distance, like, looks pretty bad up there. Yeah, that's like, yeah, I can get up the stone, get to here. Can't. I wonder if I can do my bonus action and do a misty step. Double check.
If you've got Misty Step, you can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure I'm within range to do so.
You are.
Yeah, indeed I am. So I'm going to get misty with step. If I can get to my spells. There it is. No, that's not spells. This is spells. There. Misty step. And I shall move here. Moink. And then I am going to proceed to hit him with my netherlight.
You have advantage on this attack.
Lovely. 19?
19 will hit.
Oh, lovely. And it will just be 10 points of slashy damage.
Okay.
And that should be it.
Can you not attack twice with your action?
No, I'm not in that level yet.
Multi-classing.
I'm multi-class, I remember.
I thought you got there. Kind of was the whole thing.
No, I've been like doing 3 to 3. So I've got level 3 in Warlock and level 3 in.
Yeah.
Dax.
Right. Now, I'm concerned about how cold this thing is. So I'm going to move.
I'm going to run the fuck away.
No, I worry.
This isn't judging you for running the fuck away. It makes sense to run the fuck away.
I just worry that if like melee attacks or something like that, melee attacks would cause me damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hex it.
Okay. The fire immediately goes out.
The fire. I mean, he's already cast fireball. I think that really showed up my bonfire. And then I will shoot it with an arrow in its stupid face.
Stupid ass.
Face.
Stupid ass. Get out me face.
Sorry, what accent was that?
I don't know.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then I add in 1d8 and 1d6. My damage.
Okay.
And it's still alive.
Still alive?
Nah.
Oh, don't worry. I'll tell you if it isn't.
Still alive, but very badly burned.
Yeah, probably not. Well,
Does not hit, I'm afraid. Sinks in, but doesn't notice.
I did a fair bit of damage in the first one. I'm happy.
That's a reasonable amount of damage for one arrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Moss.
that's me.
Do I move? Don't I move? Nah, not gonna move.
So that gives
I'm
you
staying
that
here.
can give you advantage if you choose.
Yeah.
It shall. Just in case. Oh, Jesus.
Sometimes the dice don't do things. This was one of those times.
I think this is the second time that advantage has just dog shit.
Yeah.
The arrow again, your arrow just sinks in. Doesn't seem to notice.
Yarp. That's me done.
Okay, Verlaine is gonna
Bye.
continue running up.
And she fireballs. She can't
She's not gonna fireball because she doesn't have that spell.
However,
She does have a grenade.
she does have apocalyptic meteor.
Yeah, she just has like the meteor swarm spell.
She's got that spell from I think it's just literally called Apocalypse from Ultima,
Yeah.
where it literally just kills everyone.
She's going to use one of Sean's favorite spells.
Is it Blight? Yeah. I love Blight. Love me some Blight. Oh,
It
Did he roll?
unfortunately has a particularly good Constitution saving throw, and rolled just high enough. But still, that's going to be half of this.
Jesus.
really?
Okay.
Lovely.
It is now Brim's turn, and Brim pulls his mask up and is going to launch in with a series of unarmed attacks.
Then
Which I note should also have been at advantage. So that one is also that which I believe just hits. It does. So strike number 1 hits. And then strike number 2, I'm going to remember he has advantage. And then we're going to keep it simple and just do strike number 3. Which also hits.
deck.
And it is then Carrion's turn.
Well, is like this like these statuey people? The tree, because you said the trees were statuey people. So, technically speaking, if I were to go kind of, and then kind of skirt them, turn it out there, I can like skirt around again.
Yep.
Get a different angle.
And then Fireball again.
And then I'm sorry, guys, you have to be fireballing. No, we're not going to do that.
I feel.
I feel he didn't much like my fiery ball of bally fire. So I feel
I'm not a fan.
I feel he needs more fire.
I disagree, but I might be biased.
However,
I perhaps should say just before we go with the hex, they get disadvantage on ability checks on a thing.
Yes.
Would that count for saving throws, or are they completely?
No, they're separate things.
Okay, I'll say strength then.
Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, just in case you were going to do a spell carrying, and I thought it might have been it.
yeah, that's fine. It's all good. I am going to channel my inner abilities, and I am going to I'm going to summon forth some meteors.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
Okay.
I just need to position them right, and then we're all right.
Remember AJ's vertically, like
Yeah, 30 feet up in the air, so...
I can die.
Minute meteors. They're only 5 feet of explosion. So yeah, I'm going to then use my Brucey bonus to hurl. I think is it 2 of them? Yes. When you cast a spell as a bonus action on each of your turns thereafter, you can expend 1 or 2 meteors, sending them streaking towards your target.
Yes.
To a point or points you choose. So I'm going to send them. Hang on, if I make a little. Yes. 5 foot.
Each creature within 5 foot of the point where the meteor explodes.
So technically speaking, if I were to aim it like, oh damn it, if I were to aim it there, it would only hit him.
If you aim it there, it would also only hit him.
If I
AJ is 30 feet up.
no, but
Oh no, because Sheriff.
Sheriff.
Sorry.
Oh, you can hit
That
Cherish
was-
if you like. But...
That was underneath my bar, like perfectly.
so yeah, if I'm going to aim 2 of them there. He has to make a dex save.
Okay. He's great at those.
No, he's not. Why are you lying to me, John?
7. No, that's you.
That's me.
For him,
You're on me.
for him, that 7, he rolled a 4, so that's a 3. Yeah, it's 3.
So then I'm throwing 2 of them at him. Do you have to roll for each of them, or just one?
Failed.
Never mind. He failed either. He failed both of them. So roll 1, 4 fire, and roll again. At 7 fire.
Okay, I'm going to apply the first one, and he's dead. He had exactly 4 hit points.
Oh.
And you just saved most of the party that has stood around him because he has a ice aura. Anyone within 10 feet of him when he starts his turn takes 3d6 cold damage.
Oh dear.
Well,
AJ flutters down. I had more to the story and then gets rid of the mirror image. But that was a thrilling conclusion.
He also has regeneration that he would have regenerated if he didn't take fire damage.
well then.
Well, then.
I'm going to go up to him. And I'm going to poke him with a stick.
Hey!
Not AJ, the troll.
Oh.
I call out okay, JJ.
Yeah.
I quickly call out for Carrie and say, "You want the tooth, the tusks at all?" On my big one.
I could tell if you're taking them, then I'll have one.
I'll hack one out. I start hacking the troll's tusk off, both of them off.
The
Oh no!
Friend,
You just missed a mighty fight.
Verlaine points out that the heart can also be used for various alchemical things should you want to cut it out.
I look at Carrion, like as in a gesture of, "You want it?"
I'm not really up on my alchemy, but we might be able to find someone who might want one.
I look at Verlaine. "You want it?"
It seems a waste to leave it.
Alright, I'll bag it. Basically start hacking it. Anything else on the troll that could potentially be good?
It's only the heart that I know of, says Verlaine.
Alright. I will grab 2 of the tusks. I give one to Karen along with the heart. I keep the other one.
Okay.
It wrapped the heart up in some I don't know, cloth or something.
Yeah, a good cloth.
Well, thank God we're not critical role, although there's another part of that troll they'd want. But anyway.
You can take that bit as well if you wish.
No.
But it's that.
Don't
What's
worry.
that?
I'm sure it's nothing.
It's a little puppy, which is now a dead puppy.
You said the thing was eating an arm, right?
Yep.
Was the arm made of ice or was it just like a flesh arm?
It was a flesh arm encased in ice.
Oh, okay. Is there any remnants of it anywhere?
There's a half-chewed arm on the ground, yes.
Yeah.
Any identifiers as to what race it was from? Or is it just human?
Humanoid.
Humanoid.
Difficult to tell exactly which flavor with just an arm.
Well, good news is those pots you just forged, we could probably sell them off.
Yes?
Statues that were destroyed in the fight, well, the creatures, were they just creatures encased in ice? So do we have, like, dead animals or whatever lying around?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
Burnt corpses, yes.
My understanding was there was talk of valuables in here.
Well,
Can we go
since we're all in here now, we might as well have a look around.
Yeah, we've definitely broken this deal on not coming in here.
Yeah.
Point of order before we go any further. Am I supposed to be seeing a blank screen in there?
No.
Snicket was not.
Oh, it's because you're not on the map.
We put you in a box.
Yeah.
Cardboard box.
Snicket stayed outside for this fight, apparently.
Apparently so.
Yes, we are on the same day.
He's living in a box. He's living in a cardboard box.
Can we do investigation to find anything?
Roll me investigation checks.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Hey, we all run it? Let's run some investigation.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, 18.
8. I'm still a 3.
6. I'm still dumb.
I'm gonna wait for that done.
Cherish found nothing. Snicket found a good night's sleep.
Makes sense.
Cherish found the friends they found along the way.
I mean, this is a fantasy game after all, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one more investigate.
The No, the game.
AJ and Carrion, you managed to find several cadavers that appear to have once been pirates.
Oh?
And they have a number of gems and jewels about their person
Ooh.
that you imagine that you could sell off for 50 gold pieces, maybe 100.
Collectively.
Yes.
All right, I'll take them and I'll make a note to sell them off the next chance we can get.
Yeah. As we have rough estimate of value, we need to hold.
Yes.
Sapo has been waiting at the edge of the garden for you.
Don't tell me say suppose. I'm just about to say suppose, like as in supposingly. I don't know why. It makes me want to do like a pun of like, oh, I suppose so, but I don't know how it would work.
I suppose, would this is a question we should have asked earlier. Would the Frostmaiden be upset that we just killed a troll?
She does not care. There are many.
Never.
How many?
Any?
Many.
Betty. You see, here's the thing with tyrannical rulers. Their subjects are normally disposable.
I don't feel this was a subject. I feel this was just a thing. Kill all of them around.
Annoyance.
Annoying,
Yeah.
yes.
Do we have to kill all of them?
I mean, not necessarily. I thought he was just a looter or something. Technically, yes.
It technically was a looter. He looted the arm.
Yeah?
I mean, technically, we're looters.
Technically, we're all terrible people with this ship.
Not terrible people, we're just morally questionable.
You know what? That's even better. That's fair.
We
friends
need
ready
the
to
money.
leave.
We need the money. Frozen bodies don't.
Your friends ready to
Mr.
leave?
Dax. Whisper to Dax. What's morally questionable?
I don't know, blowing everything up that you possibly can.
I don't think he understands the term. It's not. He's
Oh, morally questionable is you do something and it sparks debate as to whether that was a good thing to do or a bad thing to do.
rather than something that was clear cut.
Yeah.
Sounds like too much hassle.
Explosion good.
Oh, by the way, I've come up with a good scam. You know how, like, most of the party now has bounties on us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, so, like, one day, Cherish will turn me in for the bounty, then we rescue me, and, you know, so we get the money.
Repeat.
And then, yeah, just keep doing that.
Tanny,
Yes,
I want you to zoom out on the map and then just, like, tell me what you see in this shape.
What the?
Either that or I'm just 5 years old.
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Just the way John was moving it, which is making it worse.
I'm concerned.
Are you thinking it's something floppy?
Yeah.
So huge.
It's a fish.
Goat says someone's been recently watching Avatar.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Do.
Through the button.
At this point, you have been traveling on the Island of Solstice for about an hour.
Don't
Yeah.
feel like it. I feel like I've been here for a gazillion years.
With
200 feet, I would have thought it taken far more than an hour.
Gazillion years.
I looked it up beforehand.
Jesus, we're gonna clear the entire island in a day.
It's not a big island.
Doink.
Possibly, actually, with the snow and ice, I'm going to say 2 hours.
2 hours, right.
And also the stop for the fight and the looting of the graveyard that you did. You arrive and see, half buried in the snow, near the edge of a bluff, is a humanoid corpse clad in cold weather clothing. Clutched in its outstretched hand is an orb made of smoky grey quartz. As you approach, a white weasel bursts from the snow and stares at you with its beady eyes.
Aww.
A voice rings out. Ye gods! I was afraid nobody would find us. The voice doesn't come from the weasel, but the orb.
Oh.
Oh.
I'd like to immediately turn to Verlaine. Yeah, someone you know.
Yes, that's the professor.
Oh.
Oh no.
I remember that from our conversation.
The orb
Wonder.
is the professor.
I'm guessing this is an experiment gone wrong.
Who's the weasel?
The weasel is
A weasel.
Zelenor.
Zelenor.
That was
Desolate.
Nass's familiar.
Oh.
This is Brim at this point, if nobody stops him, goes to retrieve the orb.
As he's doing that, can Moss put her hand down to the little creature with some food in it?
It
The
takes the
weasel.
food.
And she'll just kind of say, like, she knows that it probably can't understand her, or she assumes, and just say, I've got a warm coat if you wanna hop in. It's very cold out.
I mean, aren't they a magic familiar?
It's yes.
So this is just a general question, I suppose. Well, would they eat? Would they?
They can eat.
I don't know if they need to.
They don't necessarily need to, but they can. Yes.
And can how would we go about communicating with the familiar if we wanted to?
Moss knows no difference, so she's just talking to him, hoping for the best.
Sean,
Yes.
could you make me an Arcana check?
Arcana check. I'm on the wrong thing. I'm going to go on to carrion sheet. And I'm gonna roll an Arcana check.
It was beautiful.
I'm gonna get a natural 20.
Oh. Ta-da!
You, Carrion,
Know everything I know.
know a lot about magic. You know a
I do.
lot about magic.
And I know a bit about Find Familiar as well, because I know that spell. I've
Yeah.
never done it.
One thing you know about the spell is the familiar is bound to you.
Yes.
In that typically,
So if you were Sky, they would not exist anymore, surely.
yes.
So Carrion is going, he shouldn't be here.
What?
The weasel.
Why?
If Familiar's master dies, they disappear.
Well, he's not technically dead. He's in an orb.
Well, it's the person who's the Familiar the master, isn't it?
Oh,
But this orb is like a escape for if something were to happen. So presumably the professor died, and
No, the
The orb is the professor.
The orb is the professor.
It's never been a person. It's
The person is just transporting the professor.
oh, man! This is a clear mystery.
How's Carrion the one understanding?
I know magic, bitch.
Oh, sad.
they just rolled a
All right.
natural 20 at Arcana.
So,
And I know the spell. I cannot.
okay, so the weasel is the familiar of the person who's carrying the orb that is the professor, but isn't the professor, but the weasel's still here, which doesn't make sense if the person's died.
Yes.
Right, so why is the weasel here?
I don't know.
If, like, frozen but not die?
yeah, that's a good point. Actually, can we see if that person is dead? Which
We just look down, and this guy's just like his eyes are like darting back and forth.
It's a female body, just to be clear.
can we see
Right, this woman. This woman.
It's weak.
Rim, holding the orb, stands up. This is interesting.
What?
I'm so much shorter than I used to be.
What?
Oh, sorry, I needed to go somewhere.
Well, yeah, you shot it because Brim's carrying him.
My name is, Nass.
Hello.
Why?
I appear to have died.
No.
Right, is this Bryn saying this?
This is Brim saying this.
Oh my god. I don't think that's correct.
I needed to find a body, and this one was close by. I just needed to find the Codicil of White.
Well, we need our friend, and I'm sure our friend would agree
Yeah.
that he needs his body.
You're possessed without consent.
I would have asked, but this seemed more convenient. Anyway, you're already traveling with that hag. She's a second-rate witch at best.
I don't know. You're just a rock. Who the think?
For the last time, I'm not the rock. I was Nas. This is a rock. Well, actually, this is a Professor Orb. It is incredibly useful. This is Professor Scant. I am Nas Lantamir. This was my former body. I am now this Grim, for the moment, temporarily.
Good.
But the other one froze.
Well, yes. It's very cold.
You're not going to let that happen, are you?
I'd be careless to die in the cold twice, wouldn't I? Look, you can even have this. Carrion, I think you're the one that's following this closest. Here.
Yes.
Brim hands you the orb.
Gingerly take it just in case she jumps to me. I take the orb. My orb now.
Yup.
This Verlaine Harpel. And Verlaine looks at Brim with cold scorn. Were you too Verlaine, were you too inept to foresee your own demise, or just arrogant enough to believe that you would be able to avoid it? Brim. I am an accomplished diviner. Much better than this two-bit necromancer you're following around. You seek the Codicil of White, I presume. I shall help
Did you
you
say that?
find it.
Sorry.
And
Look.
Carrion, you're a wizard.
Yes?
I had a spell book.
Ears prick up.
If you dig me out, you can have it. Basic spells, I'm sure, but
You have the lady. I'll just goes over and just using his quarterstaff to dig around.
So lost.
So hang on, right? Hang on. We dig out this body. Then what happens?
I get a snazzy book.
Right. What happens to Brim? Right. That's what I'm concerned.
I believe the intention is that she wishes to use Brim as a means of locomotion until we find the Codicil, and then she'll leave.
yes, I am I am bound here.
In the orb.
Not in the orb, in the place I died. I can't leave here very far, but my unfinished business is to find the Codicil. Once I locate that, I can move on.
So you want us to find it for you?
And I want to help you find it.
So once we find it, you will just leave. You'll leave from his body.
Have your friend.
And who keeps the Codicil?
I'll be gone.
It belongs into the museum. Sorry.
So what you're saying is you basically have our friend hostage until we get this for you.
No, you can drive me out in other ways, I suppose. Less
What ways would those be? Starts making notes.
I'm not telling you that.
Exorcism.
Right in the snow. I'm not telling you that. And what's the next one?
That.
So, this familiar and short stuff.
Yes, that is Zelenor.
But how is she still here if you're dead, technically?
You know, honestly, I wish I
Another police
knew.
coming.
I honestly wish I knew. Somehow she has attuned herself to my ghostly form.
That's weird. I'm going to pick up. What was the first name again?
Zelenor. Weasel.
I'm going to pick up Eleanor. Weasel, sorry. I'm going to pick him up and look at it and hold him at arm's length. Just
It's a white weasel.
I'm going to pet Eleanor.
Pet the weasel.
The weasel.
Does Eleanor accept my pet?
Zelenor accepts the pets.
Yeah.
Eleanor is now yours.
I'm going to hold Eleanor out for anyone else to want to, if anyone might want to pet.
I'll scratch under the chin with my talons.
So still being concerned about Brim here.
I'm concerned about Brim, but I don't really know many ways we can get her out without hurting him.
Is Brim actually holding the orb still?
I'm holding the orb.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't following that bit. Okay. So Nash is now actually inside Brim, outside the orb.
I was never in the orb.
I'm in the orb.
The orb is called Professor.
Hurt.
The orb knows a great deal about a great many things.
But when we found you,
Yeah.
were you just being a ghost in the area? Were you in the orb? Were you in the
I
body?
was a ghost in the area.
Ah, okay.
I'm just looking up, sorry, one second.
Take your time.
Yes.
Oh, to Brim when you're in there.
Oh,
One second. This feels weird. And then Brim starts speaking with his normal accent again.
just screaming.
Aye.
Okay, you are still in there.
I'm still here. It's weird, and I'm Irish now, apparently.
Not Irish, just Scottish.
Scottish. I'm still here.
Oh,
That's not Brim. Kill him, that's not Brim.
I'm still here. No, it's Irish again. I'm still here.
Okay. Are you okay with this arrangement?
It's peculiar, like dreaming, but she can be useful.
With a cat.
Hurt. I can still punch things, or she can We can work together to punch things.
It could hurt quite a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure she'll be careful. She has no desires to die a second time. Neither do I.
All right. Well, we'll be careful. If you're comfortable with this, and it will get us to where we're going, sure.
And can we ask Nas and Verlaine to keep the bickering to a minimum and name calling and stuff, just so we can focus on work?
You catch some bickering quietly between the two of them.
Hey, we'll turn this party around. And no one will get the Codicil.
That's it. I'm turning the quest around.
Sean,
Yes.
Carrion holds the orb.
I do hold the orb. I am the orb holder.
Somebody new, I see. How can I assist you?
I don't know. How can you assist me?
Well, I know a great many things that you dunderheads don't tend to. I could inform
Is
you.
one of them manners?
Damn.
I was.
Wow.
I mean, I suppose I do know the manners of a number of different courts of the past, yes.
Any current ones? Because what you just said wasn't very nice.
I assume that most people know a great deal less than I do. I'm sorry.
Seems what you expected.
I'm an expert on the history of Netheril,
Cool.
on vampirism.
First hand?
I'm an orb.
That's not what I asked.
Interesting. Anything else, or just Netheril and vampirism? That's just very, very specific.
I know.
So is Netheril a vampire?
I know a great deal about the making, bottling, and drinking of Ilvaquest.
Oh yes, the wine ale. Can't remember which one it was.
Liquor. Elven liquor distilled from sunshine and rare summer
Yes.
fruits.
Yes, I believe Bryn wants to know about that when he's
When he
driving.
stops being Nas. And I mean, I don't suppose it really have an interest to you, but I do have a little bit of a sideline interest in a little creature called the Tarask.
Grass?
Tarask. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh,
Oh,
have we heard of it? Have we heard of a Tarask?
It's probably like kind of like a fucking school education to know about Jurassic, right?
I feel that Carrion would have read about them at some point.
okay.
They are fascinating.
Yeah,
Terrifying.
and terrifying.
I've seen one firsthand.
Well, not as of yet.
I don't think we should see.
Well,
Would
if
you
we-
like to? Is that where this is going? Would you like to?
Well, eventually.
Where this is heading?
Oh, Cherish, you can't pass up the opportunity to Tarask it a question.
I'm like dead at Avian's face, like dead in the eye of Avian. Of joy.
Avian.
My brain, AJ, just dead in the eye of AJ, like.
No, I want to imagine that you like put your hands on your head and say and yell at him like Avian of Joy is his first, middle, last name.
Naughty.
Also,
That's what Change will do. Get her hands on her hip. She's got Avian of joy.
yes.
Dead in the eyes.
I'm sorry I fucked up the joke. It's not my fault.
I get it. You're getting stressed out and you're joking about, but right now there's not a good chance to talk about a Tarrasque.
Just trying to lighten the mood.
What other is about this? Dawn appears. Dawn appears with a pipe and a sweater on.
We say that Amy and Joy is actually Dawn's fucking kid.
Terrifying.
No, but he'd want to lean into the joke, wouldn't he?
Would you,
What is a Tarrasque?
it is a large, very large, gargantuan monstrosity. A titan of a bygone era.
So
I can't really see a Tarrasque.
John try to say monstrosity and it glitched out.
Yes.
Oh, really?
I feel like that was a bit scary to hear.
I kind of want to see a Tarrasque, actually.
I
don't think you do.
mean, I'd like to see one, so long as it wasn't like, mid-rampage.
That is the only way that you would see one, dear boy.
I mean, surely they let, sleep most of the time, or
Under the
something like that. I don't know.
I suppose the key question is, are you aware of any Tarrasques around here?
Oh, there aren't any Tarrasques around here. You'd know about it because we'd all be dead. Except for me, I'm an orc.
But then we wouldn't know about it because we'd be dead.
But you would have found out about it for a very short space of time prior to death. There would be running and screaming, and then
Running, screaming, lots of stomping.
Should we move on from Tarrasque time?
Would you like to hear about the wine?
We will hear about the wine because, like I said, Brim is very interested, but Brim is has gone fishing currently.
Would you like to hear anything else?
I
I could be quiet for a while.
feel for now we're good. Obviously, if we need anything, I'll have you in my bag, and we'll get you out when do we just ask you? Are you always awake and things?
I'll be here.
And if we encounter a situation and you're thinking, oh, I know all about this situation, and we don't ask you, speak up.
Well, I'll be in the back, so it won't
say who I
know.
I mean, I'll take you out but right now I really need to dig out this body.
Just open the bag.
Please.
I'm gonna put him in the bag.
You open the bag, and the orb floats into it.
The orb can move?
Apparently.
You hear muffled from inside the bag. I can cast Mage Hand.
That's what?
Mage Hand.
Edge hand. He can move himself a very short distance, but not.
Yeah.
And as soon as he goes in the bag, Sven is just going to sit next to him
Come on.
Hi.
and stare at him.
I'm just happy that we met, that you got Sven before that catastrophe.
Yeah.
How did you get Sven again?
While you guys were all running around and stuff, I went and got him back from the lady because we said we'd be a week, and we were over a week. So
We were. I'm so glad Sven's alive.
and
It's Sven
Am I-
still outside right now. Is Sven out?
The Sven's in the bag.
Sven's in the bag.
Oh, God.
In the bag, sitting next to Professor Scant, staring at him. Just
I was hoping to pet Sven, but this is fine.
you don't pet Sven.
Oh, please.
He's his own independent man or woman or thing.
Independent creature.
Nat, in the body of Brim. I do have some information I found while I was alive through use of divination that you might be interested in.
Okay. I'm still like, while looking up, listening, I'm just digging around the edge of her body.
The Arcane Brotherhood sent 4 wizards to find the lost netherese city of Ithrin, which has lain under the Redgehead Glacier for nearly 2,000 years. I was one of those wizards, and your traveling companion here was another.
Okay.
The Codicil of White contains a spell or ritual that can open a passage through the glacier to the lost city. It's being held by the worshippers of Auril in the fortress in the center of this island.
And we see that from here?
No, there is a very thick fog and snow cover that covers the island, and you can see about, well, as far as the circle of bright lights sheds out from the little player token.
Oh, okay.
But I suggest that we wait till dark and head there.
So there's more than just the Frostmaiden in there then? You said worshippers. Like, lots of them?
I don't believe it's lots of them, but I'm unclear.
So, should we get this body dug up so Carrie can get the book?
Yep. Yeah.
It'll be quite the page turner.
Shut the fuck up.
You get the book.
Yeah.
Yay!
It's easy.
Can I have a quick leaf through the book?
You can. I'll tell you what's in the book.
Okay.
It's a wood-covered book bound in Lothic hide
You.
with silver clasps.
Nice.
Nass's personal sigil is inscribed on the spine, which also bears the title Lantamir's Travelling Librum. The tome contains the spells Clairvoyance, Cloud
Nice.
of Daggers,
Cool.
Counterspell,
Oh.
Good.
Detect Magic,
I think I already have that.
Detect Thoughts,
Ion.
Find Familiar,
No. Oh, damn it, I already have that one as well.
Melf's
That one?
Acid Arrow,
Mel's Acid Arrow.
yeah, Tensor's
Cool.
Floating Disc,
No.
Nice.
and Thunderwave.
And what, sorry?
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave. Awesome. I shall put that in my notes. And shall tick them off once I learn them. If I decide to learn them. Which many of them I will want to learn.
Good.
There's a point with the other one I need to mark off the ones I've already learned from the other spell book I got.
Whilst he's having a leaf through, Moss is going to go up towards Brim and go to start saying Brim and then just like, excuse me,
Yes.
the cold got you, didn't it?
Yes,
How
my,
did we?
my ship wrecked. Let's go in the water.
Okay, stay dry.
My ship wrecked.
Yes.
You okay?
The wicked eddy
Green.
went down. I had to swim ashore and
What was that noise? Sorry, that was me. It was rather concerning. It was a good war noise, though. For the talk we're having. It was a good reenactment.
the wicked eddy went down and I had to swim ashore. I tried to light a fire, but there wasn't anything flammable. Nobody else made it ashore, and I did my best to get to the center of the island, to dry off, to do anything, but cold is very intense here.
It is. It's worse than anywhere I've been. Is that the
Her
Frostmaiden's doing?
Yes. We should not
Okay.
stay here for longer than we need to. I hopefully won't be leaving the island again. Once we have the Codicil, you should not remain here.
When you were a ghost, did you see anywhere that sheltered that we could rest?
I could not leave this space. Anytime I got further than the boundary of this square, my spirit was pulled back here.
Okay.
I fear that if I'm not...
AJ's hood as well.
If I'm not in a corporeal being, I won't be able to go very far. Sorry, what was that, Richard?
Oh, sorry, I just mentioned when we asked about shelter, we do, like, AJ can cast the magic cut
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moss is just wondering whether, because it's extra cold, whether that will work or not. She's worried that it might not have the full effect, or...
Okay.
We should maybe get closer to the base of the mountain. Be ready for the Frostmaiden to leave, but be prepared that the Grimskull might have defenders even if she is not here herself.
Okay. I guess we should move then.
Yes, better be prompt.
What time of day is it?
I gotta say at this point it's still fairly middle of the day at the moment. Maybe 1 o'clock.
Early middle of the day o'clock.
Early middle of the day o'clock. Sort of between 12 and 1 p.m.
Okay.
So you've got a few hours until nightfall and a few more hours until night time.
Yeah.
Potentially long enough to take a long rest.
Good.
I was going to say it might be an idea to do that. And move under nightfall.
Do we
Um,
have support with us? Support.
He's still here. There's also just a great many voices I need to act at the moment, so Suppo is here, and if you have any questions,
You're doing a really good job.
there are many people. There's a crowd now.
When it gets outnumber the party, that's when we'll rush the tradition.
So yeah, do you? Suppose looks and eagerly awaits any questions.
So, is there anything else that we should see or investigate that you're aware of, suppose? Like, anything that, that could be useful or valuable?
Thanks.
Yeti caves have yetis in them.
They might be valuable, but dangerous. Probably not worth risk. Yetis probably just have food. Shipwrecks off coast. Run risk of cold. Shipwrecks. Many boats try to get here. Most don't make it.
That seems a good way to get hypothermia when we get wet.
Very good way.
Is that bad?
Yeah, hypothermia, but
That's great.
Should we just basically locate where this fortress is and then have our long rest?
in middle of island.
Yeah.
Top
Yeah.
down.
Is there a safe place we can hide out? Like, that's relatively close?
Could they the
Maybe
base
I'll
of
ju-
mountain? Near Garden of Death. She not paid close attention. Yes.
And what?
But then the ice trolls might be back.
Lots of places here have risk. Safe place.
I
Nope.
know.
Fair assessment.
I feel there's not going to be a necessarily perfectly safe place.
As long as we keep a good watch out.
Base of mountain. Good.
Maybe if we stay just outside the walls? Because they seem to go in there to eat, so maybe they'll get distracted by that and us. I don't know.
You head back to the garden. Do you set up the hut?
Yes.
Could I also cast a Goodberry, as I believe it's called?
Yeah. Yes, I believe you can.
Good berry.
And then we can save our food.
Yeah.
Good shout. I love druids.
I don't, but the seem to be handy.
Well, a druid made me.
So everyone get berry.
Nom's berry.
Nom de berry.
Nom 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 nom.
Anyone
Juice
who was
bursts everywhere.
I mean, anyone who was down any hit points, which is Brim, heals 1 hit point. You
So
can,
that
you can at this point, if you want to, start taking a long rest.
I will actually say that. It's like, I told you all that I was incarnated by a druid, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What?
I believe so.
I have a couple of questions. What is the actual time?
It's Eamon's past 10.
Thank you. What is the actual time in game?
At
Famous
this
past 10.
point, as you settle down, it's like 1:30
Afternoon or morning?
afternoon.
I was going to say, just say yes. Afternoon, morning, yes.
Yeah, yes, it's one of those.
Okay.
So I hang on to the horn then.
Why are you hanging on to the horn? Oh, wait until midnight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You little.
that was the deal.
That was the deal. All right, Asia will continue and just be like, one thing that always, I don't want to say the word frustrates, that's such a negative word, but kind of tickled at me is I never caught that druid's name. He didn't really want anything.
I hope you get to find him again.
Yes.
Again.
And
Well-
what was he like? Was he
Well, inquired. Asked if I was okay. Told me this was my second chance. Told me to never go back. Yeah, he was very nice.
Did you like see his face? Like, could you, like, if you were to see him, would you recognize it?
I have vague memories. Namely because the backstory was very brief on that part.
They are what you decide they are in.
I remember a lot of greenery. But he was a human.
A human?
I would say a wise human.
I suppose you would be if he is a druid. They tend to be on the wiser side.
Yeah. Well, wise and caring. Like I said, he never asked for anything.
Just want us to help.
Yes.
It's strange. I was almost hoping you'd say no. But
Yeah. I was hoping you would say no, man. Rainbow hair! I miss him.
Oh,
oh, now you get it.
I miss him.
Oh, yeah, he was a very short human.
I'm sorry, I didn't think.
You like wild as a human now?
It's reincarnate.
All druids can learn reincarnate.
Oh yeah, because you pick and choose, don't you?
You get all the spells until you get a couple of personal ones depending upon your circle. But
I was so true with the handbook conditions.
Many years ago, well, 2 years ago. Maybe I'm misremembering.
many moons ago.
Well, but that's what I meant. He said, just don't turn back. And I never turned back.
And look at you. You're here in the Island of Solstice, breathing your black feathers off.
Now in the middle of Icewind Dale, in the middle of the sea of moving ice,
I know.
possibly going to die at the hands of a godlike being.
I know. Isn't it wonderful? What?
He's just sitting down. He's taking some. It's weird how we've all come a long way since just meeting each other in a tavern.
Is that where you guys met? Because we all met in a tavern, but I'm assuming you know, how did Cherish and Carrion meet AJ?
They were in a tavern. They stumbled on one of my performances. They needed a guide. I offered my services.
Yeah, why did you take our search?
Because
you
Trying to apply that.
when I went to the tavern and saw the performances, I was trying to look for somebody to take me to Icewind Dale, and nobody was like, nope. And basically, the performance happened saying they represent themselves as the Avian of Joy from Icewind Dale. And so I had to ask, really, is it possible that you could take me to Icewind Dale? I'll pay you.
Literally
it was the only. Plus, it was my first time. I didn't know, I didn't know who to turn to talk about to go to Icewind Dale, and plus, I couldn't trust anyone as much. So I have difficulty trusting. You see, so.
Well, I'm glad you trusted me.
It was, it's a choice I'm happy to make.
Yeah, are you still on the clock, AJ? Are you still getting paid? Oh.
I've decided to let the matter slide for now.
No, it's whatever loot we get, right, I'll give you half of my reload.
I charge based on if it's me directly directing. As it stands, though, you and Brim have been more of the leaders, so if anything, they should be paying you.
I was getting to that.
Carrion remains quiet.
Yeah, I certainly not arrange any deal So I shouldn't be getting paid for anything.
All right, let me put it this way, Cherish. Let's put this to a friends and family discount.
Okay, no, I was giving you like half of my loot anyway.
No.
Again, if I see anything, and no.
Could I ask for a perception check, please?
Of course, as we're debating financials.
Everybody or just
Everybody.
Yes.
Perception?
Snicket. Snicket's just eyeing the horn. He's like, don't.
Yeah.
Watching the clock and the horn, like, still my turn, my turn, yes.
Oh god, if any of you seen like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, that episode with the fucking squishy elephant, that's what I'm thinking.
That's fine. I didn't click long rest. I need to do that.
I didn't do that either.
As this portion of the long rest comes to an end, and night has fallen over the Island of Solstice, the moon hangs somewhere beyond the fog.
Quick question, John.
Yes.
Do I still have con with Dawn? Do I still feel a connection with Dawn?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
AJ,
That's me.
you are the first to notice.
Same here.
You look over your party. As you're debating payment,
Yes.
Moss.
Yes.
No, you notice Moss.
Yes.
Not I'm talking to Moss.
Okay.
Where her eyes have been up until this point green, and the skin around them has had a green pigmentation. Her eyes have now turned to a frozen blue coloration.
Frozen blue.
The skin has taken on a blue and white hue, and there is a streak of white in her hair.
Okay, Anna from Frozen. Alright. AJ won't say anything, but like, say within the debate, someone starts speaking, it kind of like catches their notice. And to Moss, it's very apparent that they're staring.
Are you okay, AJ?
Yes, fine. Are you?
I think so. We'll look down at her hand and realise the colour difference.
I apologize. I thought you were just trying something nice with your hair.
I'm presuming at this point, with Moss saying die, we would then proceed to notice this.
Everybody else at this point notices Moss has shifted.
Oh.
Are you okay?
both to happen?
Oh, please. I feel okay.
You're not going to turn evil, are you?
No, more likely I'm hoping you're not going frozen like those ones out there.
What was she?
Cool. Wait,
Say that again, Richard.
I don't know if your hair changes colour when you freeze, especially in a sort of stylish, way.
I don't feel any colder. I'd feel colder, right?
I don't think so.
She's just flipping her hands backwards and forwards, like looking at the palms and then looking at the backs.
Did we, out of character, share with everyone what was discussed?
No. Arian knows. And Dax and Snicket.
Oh dear. I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Is it? I would like to try to recollect anything I can about that particular subject.
Moss is glancing between the three of them, like, is this isn't she's not quite got a full sentence out.
But those three that she is glancing between can make me Arcana checks.
What is happening?
I'm on natural one again. There we go. That's better. That's better. Oh, very good.
Everybody else,
Yeah.
AJ,
Yeah.
make me an insight check.
Insight. 24.
We'll start with that. Because that's one I can just say to the whole group.
Yeah.
AJ,
Yes.
you notice over the panic, over the concern for Moss, you notice where she is focusing in this moment. You notice the three people in the group who seem to have more information than the rest of you.
All right. Side eye all of them.
Fellowship has failed.
Yeah. Side eye all of them respectively. And there's just like, oh. So you're hiding something from us.
Not hiding. I'm trying to figure out if something I was told was right. Something Jordan told me. To which, if Tanny returns at any point soon, we will have a reaction for. Yeah, Dawn said I might be a ladrin, not an elf or half elf like I thought.
Oh,
But Dawn said I don't have memories like I should have. Like there's something in the way, but they didn't really know what or why. Am I hearing this conversation? Yes.
To quickly recap the conversation
like,
you've just
Dawn?
heard.
I just looked at it, I was like, wait, Dawn? Yeah.
Sorry, Tanny, could you just roll me an insight check?
Yes, sir.
I will come back to the Arcana checks. Do not worry, I've not forgotten them.
Oh,
Yay.
16 emotions. Yep, that's right one.
You just about pick up on it.
I saw Dad and I heard my husband's name.
In the moment of panic, as you see AJ, as you see
You see Amos.
as you see Amos has started to turn, eyes and skin have turned a shade of blue. You pick up that Moss looks around the group and focuses on three specific people. Snicket, Dax, and Carrion.
Okay.
In that moment, AJ also picks up on this and confronts them about keeping something secret. Moss informs the group that she was not keeping something secret, just confirming something she was told by Dawn. You may now continue the roleplay.
Okay, wait. Dawn? Yeah. When Carrion's mum was here, and I went upstairs with Dax and Snicket, we were trying to figure out what was going on, because I rubbed my eyes and the makeup didn't come off like it should have done, and they noticed, and then Dawn was there, and he looked in my brain to find my memories, but there weren't any, and he said that was weird, and she just looks kind of flat and a bit sad. It's like, I don't know why I don't have them. They didn't know either. I just don't.
Huh.
But he said I was a Ladrin, and the Fae is magic, and maybe that is this.
John, with my time with Dawn, would I know what a Ladrin is and the Fae, and what it is in the Fae?
You would have heard of a Ladrin.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to go back to some Arcana checks that were rolled that I can now give some information about without dragging people away to a crazy game.
It's terrifying.
You would have all would know, Carrion, Snicket, and Dax, that Eladrin are Fae that are closely associated with each of the seasons: autumn, winter, summer, and spring. Snicket and Dax, you would both know that when an Eladrin finish is a trance rest, they can change which season they are associated with. Sometimes this happens subconsciously and affects the mood of the person. Sometimes the mood of the person affects the change.
So it would be nothing to be worried about as such.
No.
I feel like I would think.
Dax will sort of explain this thing that, it seems like after the rest, you've changed the season that you connected to.
I can do that?
Yeah, well, a Larkin can, yeah.
Oh, you can see her trying to do maths on seasons. There's 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Does that mean I have other colours too?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
and DM, are these changes just to her appearance? Or will there be other things that have changed as
I
well?
believe it's mood as well for an Eladrin.
Dax and Snicket, you would also know that, one, yes, it does affect the mood. I feel Dax, probably with a 20, dirty 20 as it is, would understand that the season of winter is contemplative and sorrowful.
Yeah.
But also it would affect the magical ability that Fae have of the of Eladrin have of the Fey step. In the winter form, when one Fey steps, a creature that was within 5 feet of them before teleportation must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of the creature that teleported.
Damn.
Dax will explain all of this.
What's a wisdom save?
Dax will explain all of this in character, in a way that would make sense to
As this has all been explained, Cherish will just stand up, so like, I'm good, I need some air, and then proceed to stomp outside the hut.
Fine, you're locked down, lol.
Thanks.
what was
I don't know how to do that, and is Cherish okay?
She doesn't seem okay.
I mean, I assume it might be that she's upset that Dawn didn't tell her.
I should go out and speak to her, right? I think.
It depends if she's going to confront Dawn. They might want to confront Dawn. Can we see out of the hut when?
Yes.
So it might be an idea to wait like a minute just to see if Dawn's there, and then if Dawn is there, when Dawn goes, you can then go out.
Okay.
Obviously, if he doesn't appear, then then by all means go out. Just in case she wants to have it out with Dawn first.
Yeah. If they all leave, AJ just kind of looks at the others, just like, Carrion. I still am the guide, even if I'm not the best and experts in, species and race. I can offer an insight.
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd want to know, and Moss was worried about it. I didn't want to betray her trust.
No, not at all. It's fine. I am well aware of trust, and I respect that you kept that for her. At the same time, I thought we were all team on an equal playing field. Why are we suddenly hiding secrets from each other?
Karen is going to go over and hug AJ.
No judgment, AJ, but you kept a big secret from us for a long time.
But to be honest, out of character, it wasn't established that it was supposed to be secret. It was just a conversation that happened, and it wasn't fully then later on been said. It's just it just happened. It just didn't become a secret thing.
I mean, I think it's a secret because I think it's a lie of omission.
It wasn't said. It wasn't brought up. Because Moss still wasn't sure. It was Dawn's half said that's probably what it is, but she only half understood what he was really talking about.
Yeah,
I understand that as a player, absolutely.
Yeah, not to mention it could potentially become more of an overwhelming thing if us all at once know it in a way. So, for example, for AJ, he gradually told us, and it's basically just how to handle certain people in a certain way for them to all then finally go, okay,
it's Moss trying to handle it herself.
Exactly the point is when she's ready to fully go, yep.
But she had no choice in this one.
Yeah. All right.
Karen's still hugging AJ.
I will reply to, if Dax actually said that to AJ, I will reply saying,
Yes, and when I told all of you. It's fine. You must needed time, and I needed time, and this is a very long hug, Carrie.
Keep hugging. He's hugging even tighter now.
Okay. I like the hug.
Tanny,
Yes.
what does Cherish do when she leaves the hut?
She kind of no, she's not.
Do the attack by roll.
No, she will go outside. She's just like kind of breathing heavily, kind of seething with anger for a bit, and then just calms down, and she'll just kind of like crouch it because she's like wearing a massive kind of big fluffy dress, a winter dress, and so she's gonna plump down, huffing a bit like, oh, for fuck's sake. And she, in her mind, she's like, Dawn, I need you here now.
The second you think that,
No, actually, before I actually say, I say, Dawn Walker of the Autumn Court, get your fucking ass in here now.
the second you think the word dawn,
Then does he flinch throughout the rest of the title?
He's like, oh, shit, he let me.
initially as he appears, full wings out. And then as soon as you start with the full title, the wings disappear and he takes on a more sheepish. Yes, dear?
You know what I'm about to ask.
You should still ask.
Why did you not come to me about this situation with Moss?
I wanted to be sure there was not more to it, and I fear there is. Somebody is playing games.
You can see that, you know, when you do your kind, you don't have anything to grip, so your hands like proper like doing like that angry, grippy kind of texture. She's like looking really severely angry at Dawn.
I am not.
You know how bad right now and how much I'm trying not to deal with a lot of secrets that's been happening lately.
Do you know that being married to me...
It's not to do with that, Dawn. It's to do with my...
Your family...
Yes, my family.
That includes me.
Yes. Look, no, I'm talking about my sister, my mother, supposedly my father.
Yes.
I cannot be dealing with the secrets anymore.
This was not my secret to share.
That's perfectly fine. Also, hi, Meryl. Bye, Meryl.
You need to take out your frustration of this.
Who's Dusk? Tell me now, Dawn. I've heard this name before. The person that the water elemental thing turned into me, and then before it was killed off, it said, Dusk send his regards. And I've heard that name before as well.
After you. Grayson. He is my rival. My mirror in the opposing court.
I see. Makes sense because of goddamn name.
Where I am the dawn, he is the dusk.
Of course.
They are the dusk.
Do you think this is just me being really silly and me just having a quick question about this? Do you think that dusk has to do with anything with us?
With...
And also...
Sorry, with who?
Moss. Does dusk have anything to do with Moss?
From what I've been able to ascertain, no.
Okay. Why is he interfering with our mission? What is he up
Are
to?
important to me.
Of course I am. But why is he doing it now?
Entertainment. A bet. A gamble. He's picked a side. In this conflict, he's picked a side. He's ensuring
We can't
wins.
have him mess about. We need to stop him.
It is easier to say than to do. You would confront him, someone of my power.
You know I can't.
Hex. I can't openly confront him either. I can send agents such as yourself after his agents.
Mm-hmm.
This is all I can do.
I know. Perfect.
The Unseelie Court. They must have a vested interest in the Frostmaiden, keeping this winter going. They have their own agents trying to end it. I don't know. They want the glory of being the ones to bring an end to the Frostmaiden's plans. All I'll say is that if you are being opposed by Dusk's subordinates, you are on the right path.
And that's what I'm worrying about. Right. Don't keep any more secrets from me, please.
I fear that he might be working with someone.
What am I to look out for?
Heard rumors, whispers in the courts. The Seelie, the Unseelie, neither of us get too attached to humanoids. Your lifespans are, and he clicks his fingers. We try to. We don't get close. When we do, it's fireworks. Spoken of a lot. People well know my affection for you. Started to hear similar of someone from the Unseelie Court, and I fear it might be Dusk. Empowering someone in your world, the way that I give you a measure of my power.
Right. Keep an eye out for it then.
Look for someone with similar powers to yours.
What is Dusk's full title? What court is he in? Because I've never heard of him from your court.
He's not in mine. His full title. Remind me, Dawnwalker's full title?
Dawnwalker of the Autumn Court.
He is Dusk.
That's what I thought he said.
He is Duskbringer of the Winter Court.
I look at Dawn. And I said, Moss. She's an Eladrin that you've
Yes.
mentioned, that they've mentioned in there. She's no longer, she's gone blue. How? I didn't even know that was possible. I've heard of Eladrins before, but I did not know they can do that.
Eladrin are mercurial. They do not belong to the courts. They can change their mood, changes their season. They are not, it is not the same as the court system. I do not fear that she is the opposition now, in much the same way that she was not of the Autumn Court previously. I don't think. I'm just double checking. Which court was she before? She was Spring, I believe, yes.
Yeah, so she's green. She's green.
I would assume green. Green.
Yeah, she's spring.
Springy green. Spring green.
She's going backwards around the calendar, it seems.
Right.
Look for someone
Keep an eye out.
same power set as yourself. Someone who's recently come into it. Someone who might be unaware of the full implications of who they have allied themselves with. Maybe someone who talks to people who aren't there.
Is there a chance we can rule out my sister?
Cannot say for certain.
So we're looking out for someone. That was me. Who recently become empowered. Anything else that I'm missing?
Say what you wrote down.
Oh no, I haven't written anything down. I'm just saying.
Someone who recently came into their power. Someone who might not be aware of who they have allied themselves with fully.
Right. Okay.
Somebody who maybe talks to themselves.
I then look again at Dawn. Kieran.
Yes.
Kieran mentioned Marigold. She said apparently she was talking to herself.
You would not.
Dawn.
Sorry.
Dawn can't. No.
I can't for certain.
You need to find out. You need to find her. I can't. Not where I am. I can't. You need to help me find her.
I know someone who has more experience in the human world. In the mortal plane.
Is it someone close by? Is it someone I can get to?
Someone I can get to. They can be trusted. Think.
Who's that?
Traveller. One out of any alliance.
Inside me is going, oh my god. Jarvis is like, the fuck is this traveller?
I will speak to them. See if they will work on this.
Okay. She's trying not to cry.
He comes and hugs you.
The wring his fucking neck. I see him.
Would be as useless as trying to wring the neck of the mount. And he'd probably enjoy it.
I'm going back inside. If I can get back inside. Done.
He melts into the snow.
I tried knocking on the ticket, banging on the heart, but then I'm assuming everyone's still looking out the window, right?
It depends. Is the hut translucent?
No, because it's translucent, isn't it?
Well, no. From the outside, it can be coloured so that you can't see in. So, AJ.
Wait.
Did you colour the hut?
Well, it's opaque outside, so I'd kind of assume that like there's an outline there to where if you're close by you can see it.
But did you? Because you can allow people to see in, or you can allow or it's opaque and coloured. Can Cherish see that you're all looking out at her?
I was unaware I was looking out at her.
Potentially people might have been looking out at that conversation.
Then I would say no. I would have kept it opaque.
Okay. There is a toot, toot, toot on the outside of the hut.
What's the password?
I see raspberries. I don't know why. I see raspberries, apparently.
She's gone crazy and sees raspberries.
I wouldn't be antagonizing an angry Cherish, right?
Let me in, please.
Okay.
Yeah, they have no control over any of that. And,
You can freely go in and out.
yeah, that's what
But you said you were locking it.
joking.
That?
Did actually when I said when Cherish
Are
going
you
through
still in the hut?
right books in.
Are you all right?
No.
Oh.
Moss has gone and sat in sort of one of the edges and just sort of curled up in blankets, like not really sure what's going on. She's essentially nearly gone back to bed.
I've just had an epiphany. I've never actually told Moss about AJ's backstory, have I? Oh shit!
So secrets.
Secrets.
Everything's fine with me and Dawn. Moss, you're not to blame. I'm sorry if I made it feel like it's that way.
It's okay. I should have told you.
No, it's fine. You had to have your time. It's
You
fine.
needed time, yes.
I mean,
It's fine. It's okay to keep secrets.
it's fine when it's only when you're happy and comfortable that you are able to do so. I got more information. You know when the water elemental frosty thing said Dusk send its regards. I just found out who he is from Dawn. So he is known as the Dusk Bringer of the Winter Court. Dawn has told me that there has been rumors or whispers around the court that there's potentially Dusk may have done the same connection I have with Dawn, like having his powers and such for my journey and such. And it's worrying me because the way how Dawn had described the user, the person, that that they're unaware that they would not be aware that they have made the alliances of this of Dusk, would have the same kind of power as me, and would potentially be talking, like, if we were to see them, they could potentially be talking to themselves. And it reminded me of the time when Kieran had mentioned about my sister Marigold started talking to herself while they were, like, helping each other, traveling to here. And it's reminded me of the fact that they had someone with them as well. And I think that might be Dusk. He is potentially trying to harm Dawn and me. He is basically Dawn's rival, his enemy. And there's also been word that they're trying to stop the Frostmaiden from doing the eternal snow, the eternal winter, and so since we're now been getting, since we had the frost flux thing come after us not long ago, we're on the right track of where we're going. We might be, there's a high chance we will be going against him again more often. He's sending his agents out against us to stop us from attacking, getting the Frostmaiden. And it's worrying me now that this could potentially be Marigold. Like, Dusk is controlling Marigold.
It's not good. It's not the case.
I did ask Dawn if there was a chance that Dusk had anything to do with your memory loss, Moss. And he said there's no chance, that he can't guarantee it. I thought maybe Dusk might have meshed up with, like, must have done something to you. Maybe you knew something, and that's why he covers your memory.
I appreciate you for asking. I guess if it is your sister, then maybe the closer we get, the more likely we are to see her, and maybe there's a way to.
We will find a way. If it's her, we will know. I will know in a way of speaking, because that's one thing I'm very surprised about, because she is a wizard herself. She is of magic herself, but she isn't a warlock. Well, as me having to have someone else to give me their powers, but never learned magic. I never picked up a book and learned magic. I more likely just picked up a sword and fight, as did my brother. She was following our mother's footstep. And this is making me worried that she may be falling along a long line of following my mother's footstep in a way.
But you said your mother was following her mother's footsteps was a wizard, so should be going away from your mother's footsteps.
It's not just that, Carrion, is that when we met those the swordsmen, the knights that we saw at the Spire Tower, right? And they had those sword-like pendants on them. When I was little, my mother used to own that necklace. When I used to go into the closet, she had that in her closet. It made sense that she was part of that some sort of group.
So your mother probably was a warlock, not a wizard.
Oh, maybe. If anything, magic is magic.
Well, magic is different depending upon how you're learning it. Obviously, wizards are a particular thing, as sorcerers are a particular thing, and everyone has their own particular thing of magic. Obviously, with warlocks, it's all to do with whatever power your patron gives you, and yeah.
That is correct.
So maybe that your sister, if it is your sister, maybe that she wanted to really follow your mother's footsteps, but didn't want to necessarily go down
That kind of path.
devil route.
There's just. Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was just going to say, like Dawn can't make you do something, can they? Because them giving you some power doesn't mean that Dawn can just literally take control of you and make you do something that you didn't want to do, right?
As far as I'm concerned, he can't. We are bound by marriage in a way, but I asked for his powers. Mm-hmm. I didn't need it when we are married, at the time when we got married and when I was with him.
So
it's only when I started coming to Icewind Dale that's when I started asking for his power.
So with your sister, if she has gotten powers from Dusk, what's the worst he could do? Would it just take the powers away? Could he, like if you were told, again, I'm sure Dawn would never do it, but if Dawn told you, attack your sister, you wouldn't do it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think they have that kind of thing.
You hear Dawn's voice in your head. It depends on the pact, darling. It depends on the deal.
As you actually would notice her changed face, her face would change, like worried face, as you could see that she was in distance for a bit because she was listening into something else, and then her face goes into like a true worry, and then she replies, Dawn just told me it's depending on the pack. It's depending on what? The contract.
The deal.
The deal. It depends on the deal and the contract. The pact.
The fine print.
A fine print.
Also, Unas Alatus has redeemed a stretch.
Oh! And also, Unas Alatus deemed a stretch. I don't understand. I just helped myself. I stretched badly.
Don't worry, darling. I'm only breaking the fourth wall.
So we should be very careful about when we're fighting people. Obviously, if we see a tiefling, we're going to fight them. But
isn't your sister human? Isn't she, or is she?
She is. She is human as much as my mother, while the rest of us are tieflings.
So we'll have to make sure we know who it is that we're fighting it.
Well,
how are we going to do that after names every time we fight it?
Well, it's pretty obvious. So basically, my sister, and I have described it many times. I think I've managed to describe the group, but I will do it again. She's basically got like blonde hair, green eyes. She's quite freckly. She has long blonde hair, and it's been braided up and on the side. And she's quite.
And if she's got her face and head covered?
That's even worse, to be honest.
Different.
As far as I'm concerned, I think certain pacts, they can change your appearances. I've remembered.
There's no real way we can know.
Yeah. There's no way I can.
About this point, from the center of the island, heading south, you hear a sky-piercing screech, the sound of an eagle screeching as it flies, wings flapping, large bird leaving the island. Sapo shrieks,
Iskan and Auril leaving. Now,
That
time to climb. Now it's time to explore Grimskull.
That's our cue.
start moving.
And with that, we'll call a close to this session. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time for the group to go and explore Grimskull. Well, actually, I'm gonna move the token up to the top.
Yeah. We're having such a good time with a happy family.
Because you guys just need to see where what the fortress looks like. Look at that
For God's
fortress.
sake.
Heck,
Isn't that a nice fortress?
it's beautiful.
so
Not
cheerful.
intimidating at all.
It's
Love it.
fine.
It's cheerful and happy. See, look at that smile.
Oh!
You climb the
So fine.
mountain, and rising above you is a 600-foot tall mountain of glacial ice. Its peak carved to resemble a gigantic skull wearing a crown. Weaving up the mountain's southern slope are enormous stairs hewn from the ice. These steps extend from the base of the mountain to the base of the fortress and were clearly made for giants.
Good shape.
Each step is 4 foot higher than the one below it, meaning it's another difficult climb.
Wings out.
But yes, I'm going to say it again, and I hope I remember to do this in the edit, but